How you doing, people? Hope you're all well, as always do, whoever's watching this video. Right, so obviously I says I was going to start doing some talks after the Facebook page and start doing it on YouTube, because obviously it's going to be fucking obviously for older ones to see. We want the kids to see some of these or hear some of these stories. So there's been a lot of folk didn't know about, and I'm quite surprised at this, didn't know that about me landing in the hospital and getting a rehabilitation and learn how to walk again, etc. Because of the machete meatclever attack through my head. Well, since there's a lot of folk not heard about it, which I'm very surprised at, because I thought I carried fuck all without something happening without folk finding it. So basically, I'm just going to just make this the first video just to spread awareness on knives and swords and machetes and meat cleavers, any sort of fucking sharp object that would fucking is enough to kill you or leave you paralysed. So what happened was, me and this family had a bit of running. The family had a running with other families. Cut all story short, something happened. I was walking to the shop one day and I saw one of the brothers' father, and all I says was, "How you doing, mate?" And he says, "You're a dead man walking, hammy." I says, "No bother." That was all I says, "No bother." In fact, I tell a lie, the guy had one leg, he was in a fucking scooter, and what I did say was, enemy of your cheek and I'll pull that other leg of yours off. That was all I says. Now I went out the shop to get a loaf of bread, came back out the shop, and I heard this, "Aye, Hammy's at the shop, blah blah blah," and his son says, "So literally 2 minutes in the corner for the shop." So his son came running up for his bit, fucking raging. I just got a fucking big massive operation. I missed in there. I don't know if you can see it, but it's a fucking badass scar anyway, away down there, right? I've got an operation with metal plates that I put in my arm. So he's like, "Ah, you're fucking getting it." I says, "Listen bro, I can't fight you." I says, "I've got a fucking sling on my arm. I'm in no fighting fit state to fight. I'm not getting a fucking fight. You had to bang. No choice but to bang. Couldn't walk away, couldn't run away. Wasn't going to run away anyway. And they couldn't fight for fun." So the two started fighting. One thing led to another. The two hit each other with their throat. I ended up tripping them up, got them on the ground, started getting them elbows. We end up fucking, he says, "Enough's enough." I says, "Right, I'll let you up, one condition, don't come back near me." The boy ended up dropping him up, gave him his due, he walked one way, I walked the other way. As I was walking up the hill, his other brother had been phoned after father. He came running up, sneaked up the back of me, had a mini meat cleaver in his hand, put it in my head. I felt it down the first time. I actually felt the meat cleaver go in my head and getting ripped back out my head. Then it went right back at me the second time. And I just started taking fucking my convulsions, or whatever you call them. Then I fell, hit my head after the ground. Somehow my wee boy just popped it in my head and I went right back to my feet. But then I went fucking head first again, face first, sorry, right into the ground. And I somehow managed to get back up again and get back up to safety and then get away, because I envisioned me just getting stabbed to death on the gun. Now, that wasn't so much, that was a very scary experience, because when I got rushed into hospital, it done something to my nervous system. It done something, because of the meat cleaver in there in my head, it done something to my head where it affected my nervous system. So I couldn't work out left to right. So now you walk like the left, right, and you're walking. It was like I was doing left, then left again. They take me in the wheelchair to the top of the stairs, and they were trying to like get me to go down the stairs. And the two physiotherapy just kept saying, "He's not ready yet, he's not ready yet, he's not ready yet." And to be honest with you, they did tell me I was never ever got my balance back. I never got my balance back, my balance was away. That freaked me the fuck out. It was scary enough being in a wheelchair, but knowing I possibly might walk in and not get my balance back. And I can remember one of my wee muckers who up and done that, "Alright Hammy," and just done that, "How you doing mate?" like that, and I went flying. I was so embarrassed, it was unbelievable. I was always worried that somebody done that for carry on. "Alright Hammy," and just tapped me on the shoulder, because I was about flying, my balance was away. But I got caught at the Walton Medical after the hospital that I survived that meat cleaver attack. And so basically, this first video is just to try and spread awareness about what knives can actually do. We already all know, but it only takes that laddie, because if the police got involved, I made no statement. I made it, I didn't know who the boy was. I made it was fucking two English boys, even though they were caught on camera. Ken, I defended them, because I'm the one for going to the police, right? So that's the first video. It's about me getting put in a hospital, hitting here a meat cleaver. As you'll see, one of the bottom videos I put about 4 months ago, you see me struggling to walk. So what I'm going to do is, obviously you've seen the gash in my head before you press play in this video. So it was a very scary, traumatic experience, and that was a wake-up call for me to get away from living in that life. Now, I was 30 years old at that point, but folks ask me, how the fuck did this not scare you? How did this not scare you? See getting shot in the arm, see getting your ear nearly cut off, and all the other things that's happened, like years prior to that, because I loved that life. I fucking must admit I loved that life. I got a buzz, the money, it was a buzz. I was hooked on it, I was addicted from a young age, but that was a wake up call, and that made me realise my son is not going to die if I continue to live that life. So that is what you're up against, Ken. You could be in with certain crowds, certain mobs. I mean, most of my good pals that I know through by, they're already not over 120 years between them. I'm going to do some talks on them as well, because I've been given permission to have one of the nephews, the boss's nephew, to give talks, because he actually respect what I'm doing, try to spread awareness, because they've all got wings themselves. Even though maybe this boy, I'm part of his uncle, he's a top gangster in Glasgow, he respects me for what I'm doing. I spoke to him back and forth. He was actually in Dubai there for a while. He's back here now, but I keep in regular contact with a lot of they kind of people. I've not done for a wee while, apart from the phone call I got from Shorts Prison last week. I've had my pal Gary, but it's just to try and spread awareness that life's not cool. Ken, there I nearly lost my ability to walk, near in a wheelchair for the rest of my life at 40-year-old. I don't think I would have coped with that, to be honest with you, in a wheelchair. I don't think I would have coped with it whatsoever. But that's the first video, right? Now, there's going to be a lot of good content, there's going to be a lot of good videos going up, but that is just the story of what happened with me being in a wheelchair and then to learn how to do rehabilitation to walking. It was the scariest experience I've ever experienced in my fucking life. Now, the same person done this to me. Somebody was selling drugs, selling just a wee bit of coke, and that just stabbed this person and didn't coke off him. Now, that lad could have got stabbed in a bit of that and that, he could have died. So that's how easy it is to die after getting a stab wound. You carry a knife about you, and you're fucking a bit dodgy, you're a bit mad in the head, you're not wired up right, and you're rattling off a bit of coke, but you've no money to buy it, and you ken somebody's got a bit of coke and you've got a knife on you. You use that knife, you're not just killing that person, you've got to jail for life yourself. So put your knives down, don't carry a knife about you. You're not going to put yourself in a position of jeopardising your freedom and jeopardising somebody else's life. So if you don't mind, subscribe to this channel. I've got 106 loyal subscribers that I appreciate. If you don't mind, hit the like button for this video and try to spread awareness. I'll try to do what's right and try to do what's best for our kids next generation. So I just want the best for people, and I believe my stories will definitely put a lot of you off, youngers especially, wanting involved in that life, because I've lived it, I've been there and done it, and I've met all the big faces. Now, the stories I'm going to tell, some of them are fucking cracking, and I can back up everything I say. So hit the subscribe button, it's free to subscribe, and hit the like button if you've liked this video, because I'm trying to spread awareness on knives and how easy it is to end up either paralysed, dead, or behind bars for life, or I'd have a fucking knife, or meat cleaver, or machete. So anyway, I'll make another video tonight, and then I'll keep making them. If you just keep watching them, you'll find out more about my life, and how chaotic and crazy my life's been, and what a massive turnaround that this has become. It's been a blessing. I always call myself blessed now. Anyway, have a nice day, have a nice night, and have a nice weekend, folks, when it comes. Peace out. I love you all. Spread it.